I pledge to be quiet during mommy's video. It's not gonna happen. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm doing a review of two Krave Beauty products that I have been, spoiler alert, really loving. The two products I'll be talking about today are the Great Barrier Relief and the Beet Shield, both from Krave Beauty. If you want to hear my thoughts on the Hallelujah AHA or the Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser, I've done an entire dedicated video about those two products and I will link them down below for you to go check out. And again, those products are phenomenal. But today we're talking about a sunscreen and a serum, and they're both beautiful. So I'm gonna start with the Great Barrier Relief. This is a very silky serum intended to repair the skin barrier. Now, the skin barrier is something really important and very integral to the health of your skin. Your skin barrier is what keeps your skin healthy, and your skin barrier can be harmed by overusing actives, not using SPF, that kind of thing. So really, everyone can benefit from having a healthy skin barrier intact. Now, the key ingredients in this are Tamao Oil, safflower oil, rosehip oil, vitamin B3, ceramides, cholesterol, and NMF. So let's go through these one by one. Tamao oil is something that I personally have never tried before using this serum, but the founder of Krave Beauty, Leah Yu, who also has a channel here on YouTube, she raves about the benefits of Tamao oil. She says that it has incredible skin regenerative properties, it has skin lightening properties to it, so it helps with hyperpigmentation. And so I personally definitely saw this effect with the hyperpigmentation aspect. But I had some breakouts on my face right here that caused some hyperpigmentation later on after they had healed. I started using this serum, and within, I want to say 1 to 2 weeks, I saw the hyperpigmentation dramatically decrease in darkness, which is really saying something because from my experience, it's really hard to find products that are very powerful in terms of hyperpigmentation because, especially on my skin, hyperpigmentation can be very stubborn to deal with, but this product took care of it right away. Now, the NMF, which is natural moisturizing factors, the cholesterol, the ceramides, the squalene in it, these are all what are considered skin identical ingredients or skin similar ingredients, in the sense that the skin naturally generates ingredients that are very similar to these or identical to these, and so when you supply it to your skin, it's very bioavailable in the sense that your skin is like, oh, this is something that I naturally produce, I'm going to accept it and use it in my skin. So to speak to the benefits of that, the palms of my hands were extremely dry during this winter time. They were flaking, it was really disgusting, they were peeling, and then I went to Big Bend, which is here in West Texas, and it got really bad, because the air is so dry in the desert. I'll try to find a picture if I took one of my hands and put it on the screen, but my point is that my hands were just crazy damaged. The skin barrier was not intact at all, but I started using Great Barrier Relief on the palms of my hands, and within 3 days, my hands looked completely normal. So GBR definitely helped to relieve the dryness, it helped repair the skin barrier. My hands were looking a lot better after that point. Now let's go on to the oils in here. Now the safflower oil and the rosehip oil are both high in linoleic acid, which is really great because Tamao oil happens to be very high in oleic acid, which can be a little bit red flag-y for people with acne prone skin, because when you have oily skin, your skin naturally produces a lot of oleic acid. There's not a lot of linoleic acid in your skin, so you want to balance that out. So because they included these two oils that are high in linoleic acid, I feel that it's safe for all skin types to use. Personally, I love using acids on my skin. I do, and you guys know this, but sometimes I can overdo it. I can use way too many acids in a week and it can really cause damage to my skin barrier, and I know that it's causing damage to my skin barrier because suddenly my skin will become very reactive, very red, very inflamed. It's just very irritated, redness prone skin that doesn't feel bouncy, it doesn't feel glowy, it doesn't feel any of those good things, it just feels very irritated. So the natural next step is to repair the skin barrier, which sounds like a huge to-do, and to be honest, it is a huge to-do to repair a skin barrier, but I am so grateful that they created this product that has so many yummy ingredients for your skin in one singular product for you to use. So this is a serum. It kind of feels like a moisturizer though because it's so lovely and emollient. You can see, if my camera wants to focus, it has such a beautiful slip to it. It feels really moisturizing on the skin. It smells really good. It's not fragranced at all, but it smells nutty like Tamao oil, which I actually love the scent of, and so that's just something to be aware of if you're very sensitive to scents in your skincare. This smells very like earthy, very nutty because of the Tamao oil in it. I personally use 1 pump on each of my cheeks. I'll just go pump, pump, and then massage it into my skin. And then I go in with my moisturizer on top. And the cadence that I've been using this is about every time that I don't use an active, I will use this. So if I'm not using an AHA, if I'm not using arbutin, if I'm not using, what else do I use? But my point is that whenever I'm not using an active, I will use this product underneath my moisturizer. I have not tried mixing this with any other actives. That's just my style. I just don't like mixing a lot of products together. But I'm sure you could. I definitely recommend this for all skin types. I feel like everyone could benefit from having this in their back pocket whenever their skin is feeling really irritated and inflamed and their skin barrier is not performing at its best. And even if you do have a healthy skin barrier, this has so many just like delicious ingredients in it that will absolutely help restore your skin's barrier and just bring a lot of plumpness, a lot of bounciness to your skin. So that is GBR. I am really, really happy with this. I am so glad that I introduced it to my routine. I will continue using it again and again and again. It's now like a part of my staple routine. Now moving on to the Beet Shield. Now this is by far one of the best sunscreens that I've ever tried in my entire life. But I want to clarify something real quick because I know it's confusing. Now, nowhere on this bottle does it say sunscreen. There are no SPF claims on it. There's nothing like that. So I'm sure you're like, Kaya, what are you talking about? Like, this isn't a sunscreen. But it is, because the Beet the Sun formula that's sold in Korea, that is SPF 47 PA+++++, and it is the exact same formula as the Beet Shield. So yes, this is actually a sunscreen. The problem that they had, from what I understand, is that the FDA is crazy old school about sunscreen ingredients, and this contains very sophisticated, newer sunscreen filters. And so the FDA was like, no, 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 you cannot bring that into the US. And so they had to get a little bit creative with the marketing, and they couldn't market this as a sunscreen because in the US, sunscreens are marketed as a drug and they're regulated by the FDA. But to kind of like circumvent that, they just took off the sunscreen label, had it purely as like a cosmetic item. Even though it's a moisturizer, it's considered like a cosmetic or like a personal care item. And then they were able to sell it in the US. But yes, this is actually a sunscreen. It is definitely a sunscreen. It has fantastic sunscreen ingredients that I'll get into later. But yes, there's also a blog post on kravebeauty.com in which they talk about this whole debacle, and so I'll definitely link that down below if you want to learn more about the FDA and kind of sunscreen ingredients and why they couldn't market this as a sunscreen. So this product actually is very interesting to me because it has the most incredible condensed milk-like formula. It's very fluid. It blends really nicely into the skin. It spreads very smoothly onto the skin, which is something that I really like because you don't have to tug at your skin at all. It does not leave a white cast at all, which I am so happy about. And of course it wasn't going to leave a white cast because it doesn't contain those mineral sunscreen filters. You can see though, it leaves just the most beautiful, glowy, radiant effect on the skin, and then once it dries down, it's more of a satin finish. But I personally really like the glowy effect, so I apply a lot. It does not make my skin oily throughout the day at all, which I really, really like because no one likes looking oily. It's a very compact bottle. It's easy to pack. I've taken it on trips with me. When I went to DC, I brought this with me. It's just great. So now let's get into the ingredients. Now, in addition to it being a sunscreen, it has a most intoxicating blend of antioxidants, which I love in a sunscreen because antioxidants can really help reduce free radical damage done by the sun's UV rays. So the antioxidants are beetroot extract, vitamin C, EGCGs, and if you want to know more about I can't talk. If you want to learn more about EGCGs, I have done an entire video about matcha in skincare, so you should definitely check out that video. I will link it down below. Also has resveratrol, which is a fantastic ingredient as well. So all these antioxidants act in conjunction with the sunscreen ingredients to really, truly protect your skin from UV damage. And the sunscreen filters in here are numerous, but my favorite ones are Tinosorb S and Uvanil A. Those are two really amazing ingredients that are much better than the organic filters that we have here in the US that can be frankly quite irritating on the skin. So overall, this sunscreen is incredible. I cannot recommend it enough. If you have extremely oily skin, I'm not sure if you'll like this, but if you have skin anywhere between extremely dry to kind of oily, I think you would really enjoy this because it just has the most delightful texture. It has so many amazing ingredients for your skin, and it just does everything for you. So that is my review of the Great Barrier Relief and the, what is this called? The Beet Shield. Two of my favorite products from Krave Beauty, definitely. I also love the Hallelujah. I love the Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. These are two fantastic products that I've previously reviewed in the past, and I'm still going strong on those. Definitely using them every single day. Well, not every single day. I use the Hallelujah maybe 2 to 3 times a week. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending this time with me. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!